Hi, welcome back to another One Chart lesson. My name's Matt Toms. Today we are looking at a passenger song called Remember to Forget. It's a really easy song to play if you put your capo on the first fret. We're going to be dealing with just simple open chords. Really nice easy strumming pattern. Great song. I'm going to include the two guitar solos that you hear, one at the start and one halfway through, as well as the trumpet solo, just for a bit of fun. Now, if we put our capo on the first fret, our chords are like this: C, E7, A minor, D7, F, G, C. Turn around on G, and that G kind of starts on the one hand, I think, in that last bar. You'll hear it. Then we move into the verse, but that first intro section, which is on your chart, so download your chart and it'll make it easy to follow this. That's your intro section. That's what the first intro kind of guitar solo goes over. And at the end of this, I will show you how to play that solo. And it's a downloadable separate chart as well. Then the verses are very simple. They're C, and the strumming pattern, we're just going to be really relaxed about this and go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 with our hand, with our strumming hand. If you're doing that, all downstrokes, 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. If you're doing that, even the upstrokes, which will be on a 16th note or a semiquaver, they will sound good, right? So just relax your arm and keep it swinging. Even when you're missing the strings, you'll be fine. E7, A minor, F, C, G, F, G, again C, E7, A minor, F, C, G. This time we do F and stay for another bar on F. Then it moves into the chorus. D minor, followed by A minor, then C, then G. Back to D minor, A minor, 2 bars of G. C, G, F, another F, C, G, A minor, F. C, E7, A minor, F, C, G, F, G. See that repeat sign there? That sends us back to the very start and we head into the intro again, and that's where the second guitar solo comes in. Show you how to do that solo at the end of this lesson. We move through another verse. We move through another chorus. Second time through, we just go straight through that repeat sign and we head into the trumpet solo. Now the trumpet solo is over these chords, and I'll show you how the trumpet solo goes, but it's very, very easy because we're just holding either minims, which are 2 beats per note, or semi-breves, which are 4 beats per note. So it's a very, very simple solo. But, you know, the challenge is you're trying to emulate a trumpet, so you want to make it sound not like you're just going with one note and holding it, right? So, trumpet solo, C, E7, A minor, D7, F, G, C, G. And then next line, C, G, we're still in the trumpet solo, A minor, that without saying the letters so you can actually hear the trumpet solo. outro, just simple single strums, which I've written on your chart as well so you don't forget. Just C, G, F, hold that F through that next bar, C, G, A minor, hold that through that next bar, final line, C, E7, A minor, F, C, G, F, G, and on C. Okay, now that's the song. Easy strumming, easy chords. Let's get into the solo. Okay, so if you're playing the solo on an electric guitar, these bends are going to be really easy. If you're playing it on an acoustic guitar, you might find the full bends, which are bending up basically a 2-fret interval. You might find some of those bends hard to do on an acoustic guitar. If you do, slide instead of bending it, okay? It's a perfectly acceptable thing to do, and it's good training for your ear to try and make that slide sound like a bend, and vice versa as well. You want control over those notes to be a good guitarist and have good tone. So we're starting here with the first phrase of this intro solo, okay? So we slide up. Now, on your chart with these solos, we've got a capo on the first fret. So when it says slide up to your 9th fret, if you ignore the capo, it's going to look like your 10th fret. Okay? So 9 means 9 from the capo, and everything else means from the capo. So keep that in mind. If you're reading the standard notation above that, it'll actually denote the actual genuine pitch of the note. So that will be an F, I believe, and all the way through it will denote the real pitch of the note, because capo or no capo, an F sounds like an F, right? Let's go. Slide from the 7 up to the 9. You don't need to start on the 7, but a 2-fret slide is just about all we ever need to do. And then make sure you use your second finger sliding up to that 9, so your first finger can take that 8 on the B string. So slide up to 9 on the G string, 8 on the B string. Do the same slide again, but this time use your third finger to take 9 on the B string. Then we move over to the E string, and we're doing a little half bend on the 7 and bending the 7 up to the equivalent of the 8th fret note and bringing it back down. And then coming back down to 5 on the E string. Then we're bending 8 up to a full bend, so up to that 10th fret tone. And then we're moving back over onto the 5th fret E string, up to 8, taking the 8 on the B string again and doing a full bend, and then coming back down to 7 on the B string. So it sounds like this. Okay? Take your time with that. It's a little bit acrobatic, and it's good to take your time and get those bends right. Okay, that's your first line. Second line, you grab that 8th fret on the B string, bend it up once and cut it short when it's at the top of the bend. Do it again, but this time bend it up and bring it down. Come back down to 6, so it sounds like this. You bend the 7 on the G string. Again, you cut it short at the top of the bend. And then you release the bend without playing anything and play the 7. So from the 8th fret of the B string, bend it, cut it short, bend it and release it. Come back to 6, reach over to the G string, bend 7, cut it short, play the 7, then we reach over to the D string, play 5, hammer to 7, do the same on the G string, 5 to 7. On the 7, without playing it again, slide it straight up to 9, so it's, and then reach over with another finger while you hold that 9 on, and play the 8th fret on the E string. So that's your first solo. So the second solo starts the same way. Slide up to 9 on the G, go to 8 on the B, then reach up to 10 on the B, do a full bend and start your note there and bring it down. So you start with that 10 bent up to 12, bring it down to 10, and then play the 9. So okay, that's the first little bit. And reach up to 12. So you're bending that up a half step, the 12 on the B string. Bring it back down again, come down to 10, then reach up to the 13, bend it up a full step and cut it short. Come back to 13 and go to 10, all on the B string. Then what you do on the E string, you take 12, you bend that up a full step, bring it back down again, and then come back down to 10. So all up, that sounds like. And again, that's a complicated little procession of bends to get exactly right, so take your time with it. Go over and over it until you're comfortable with it. Then the next little bit is sliding up to the 8 on the E string. And you go 8, 5, 8 on the B string, 5 on the E string, back to 8 on the B string. So now we end with the same sort of riff as the intro solo, but this time we're, instead of going hammering from 5 to 7 on the D string, we take the 7 on the G string and we bend it up and down, a full bend. Come back to 5, play 7 or hammer to 7, slide it up to 9 again, hold it and reach across and play 8. Then without taking your fingers off these strings, slide that 9 up to 10 and play the 10 as well on the E string. So, and then do it again up 2 frets. Slide both of those notes up to 12. And that's your solo. Both of those guitar solos are not overly complicated, but they will take a little bit of practice to get those bends sounding really nice. Okay, and like I said, if you can't do the full bends on an acoustic guitar, experiment with doing a 2 fret slide instead of the bend. Sometimes you'll have to slide up and down. If you're bending up and down, you might have to go. So it's good practice for your slides as well. Finally, the trumpet solo is actually really straightforward. What you're doing is, I'm not even going to play it for you because it's very, very simple, and it's just there for those who actually want to have a go at playing the trumpet notes as well. They're very simple 2-beat or 4-beat notes played on your G, D, B and E strings. All nice and simple. But have fun with it. Hope you enjoy it. It's a nice song by Passenger. He's got lots of great songs. Usually they involve some fairly cute and intricate and really nice finger picking arrangements, but this song is just a nice strummer, so I thought I would do this for a little bit of a change. And I hope you enjoyed it. And so please let me know how you go, and thanks for all the support, and I hope to see you back here again soon for some more lessons. Cheers.